Hi everyone. So we're gonna have some playtime. This is our weekly video. So excited. I know you all have been asking questions about Phantastical Tantra for a while in our play space. And thank you for your patience in having me do this video. And this is just one tool that we're going to play with today that is about Phantastical Tantra. There are so many tools out there. Feel free to put questions and comments in the chat. Feel free to share this with anyone you think would benefit from it, who would enjoy playing with some of these energies today, who has maybe been curious about Tantra or has had past experiences with Tantra that weren't necessarily as fun as they would like them to be. Hi, thank you. And maybe they've had really fun experiences and would like to revisit them or play around with it again and maybe take it to another level. Every time that I play with energy, it's different. And so let's just have a bit of a playtime, huh? So, some of the things that people had mentioned they think about when they think of Tantra, they say, well, it's about sex, or it's for couples, or it's for those hippy dippy people. Those people that don't have homes, they're homeless and they're out in the forest somewhere and they're maybe having sex with trees, but I don't really know how that works. What else have I heard? I've heard, that it has to do with certain colors like violet energies, the snakes and things like that there's certain animals and creatures that they associate with Tantra. So what are your points of views about Tantra? Hi. Yeah, I see you. And let me know what they are in the chat. And what if all of those were just interesting points of views, because it's not any one thing. That's the thing. It's not just one thing. It's not just a couple things. It's so much. So, to start off, how about everyone either write down on a piece of paper or maybe just jot it on your little text if you have digital Post-its. Write down an area of your life in which you would like to have a bit of a play with tantric energies. And it might not be something that you'd ever consider applying Tantra to, okay? So, it might be clients, it might be relationships, it might be your relationship to your kids. It might be with your body and health, business, money. Just jot something down, okay? All right. And then set it aside for a moment. We're going to revisit it, all right? I won't forget. I got my little notes here. Otherwise, there's just so much energy here already. Can y'all perceive it? Woo! So we're going to look at that, and actually, after playing with this tool, this exercise I'm going to guide you through, we will pick that back up, and we will see what awareness we get about that area of our life. So how much fun could you have with that? All right. So why would you want to play with Tantra? So if you haven't checked out the video that Sailor Shining Star and I did, and we posted in the Playspace a couple months ago now about Phantastical Tantra, some different aspects of it, go ahead and check it out. Maybe I can pop the link to it in here as well for you later on. The idea with Tantra is that it's about actually having all of your body, you being really present with your body. And how many of us are actually willing to be really present with our body all the time? And then there's this communion with Earth. That's a big piece of it. And there's choice. So you can choose at any moment what you do with your body, what you don't do with your body. You can choose at any point if you would like to be as connected with the earth and with everyone around you, with everything around you. That's possible. If you'd like or not, you could have choice as to what areas of your life you add these energies into or not. Okay? So you have total choice all of the time. And so what about today? We just play with these energies and we do this exercise, and we can always go back to whatever we've ever chosen before. We can choose again and again and again. And so let's just see what gets created together, all right? And I love doing this with a bunch of people because it just adds even more energy to it. We're just really gonna ramp it up together. So anything that doesn't allow you to really receive from me and from my body and from all these beautiful, fantastical creatures in our play space today, let's just let all of that go. Yeah, thank you. Thank you for being willing. Thank you for being willing to not take it so seriously and not make it that significant and just see what shows up. Let's just see what shows up. So, hi, more people coming on. Awesome. So, why would we want to play with these energies? Well, Tantra for me is kind of like what we've talked about sometimes with sexualness or with presence. There's not a separation in that for me. The more turned on I am, the more aware I am of every bit of my body, the more present I am, the more aware I am of everything and everyone around me, those that are willing to contribute to me, be nurturing and kind and sweet, those that are considering hurting me or lying to me or manipulating me, those that would like to play and be joyful with me, those that are sad and depressed and anxious and in a panic and freak out. I'm willing to be aware of all of that so I can have even more choice with my body. Would my body like to go toward those people? Or would my body like to choose a different space? Go somewhere else? Maybe find some other people. And so I can actually know faster and easier the information about other bodies and my body if I'm willing to be turned on and have these energies run through me all the time. So I actually walk and talk turned on all the time. Like that, and if I'm not, then I'm like, what's going on? And usually it's like, oh, I need to be more turned on. I need to ramp it up. As soon as I'm feeling that heaviness, that like, it's like, wait, where am I not letting things flow with my body? Where is this a sticking point here, a heaviness, a solidification, that weight, the burden of our awareness? What if it actually didn't ever have to be a burden? And some of us is like, I don't want to be so aware, because we're thinking of it as a burden instead of something that can contribute to us in our bodies and make it so we can create and have amazing, really fun, lit up lives and bodies and living. So let's play. So this is the other piece of this too, is, you know, some of you have heard me talk about my journey with my body, with healing from chronic pain and chronic illness and anxiety and depression. This was a part of it. This is one of the many tools I use to transform that. So if you have any of that going on with your body, you might consider adding this in. There's also this piece of creativity. When you're more present, you get ideas from everything and everyone, not just inspiration, but like you can pull it out of people's heads. You can know what people are asking for of you, of your business, of you as a being more if you have this turned on body and presence in the world. Okay, so there's just a couple of reasons why you might want to play around with this, and let's see what shows up for you. Let's see what this creates for you in your body. So what we're going to do is we're going to expand our awareness in all directions, up and down, side to side, front and back. So spherically, we're going to expand our awareness beyond any buildings that we might be in. If we're in a vehicle, hopefully you've pulled over. Or if you are driving, please keep your eyes open and really be very present with everyone on the road. And let's expand our awareness in all directions, beyond whatever cities that we're in, beyond the continents that we're in, and make sure that you're letting it flow continuously, front and back. Some of you have kind of stopped the flow in some sections here, side to side, up and down, there we go. And don't mind me, my body kind of moves a lot more when I have this increased energy flows, especially with all of y'all beautiful energy here with me. So thank you. And just what if that wasn't a big deal or significant? It's just, woo, ride the ride. Surf the waves, right? All right, cool. So it's starting already. How awesome is that? And let's go ahead and expand even beyond that, beyond the countries that we're in, beyond the continents, beyond the earth, high earth, and including the earth in this wonderful awareness and exercise, this expansion. And don't mind, hopefully you're not hearing the construction noises outside too loud. There's some construction next door. Let's include those noises and people in and their bodies. All right. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And let's go ahead and expand beyond that, beyond the stars and the moons and the planets, beyond the galaxies, beyond the universe, in all directions. Let's make sure we're still expanding behind us, willing to receive awareness from the past, willing to receive awareness from the future, willing to receive from the present, from work, from creativity, from anything that's going on in your world right now, from the earth down below, and those that have passed away, from above, from the universe and the divine. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Continue to expand beyond all of that, all realities and non-realities. And now from this space, let's go ahead and pull in energy from the earth. Yes, yes, you can do this. Into our feet and into our bodies. And let's actually really consciously add it in and let it flow. Let's not, some of you are very fast, so go ahead, don't go at this pace. Don't let anyone slow you down, including me. But for those of you that this is a bit new, let's play with this, really consciously letting in the energy coming up the toes and into the bottoms of our feet and into our ankles and our shins and our calves, into our knees, and let it swirl around and around and around our knees and up our legs, up our thighs. Front and back, y'all. There you go. Some of us are all about the forward, this future. Everything is in the future and not happening right now. Or, oh, we're stuck in the past and we get all sad and depressed of what could have been or what once was. What about we have all of that awareness and we get really present here with our bodies as we pull the energy, continue to pull it up our hips and our sides. My body's asking for me to actually touch it on the sides as I'm asking the energies to flow in. Maybe your body's asking for you to touch your knees. That's okay. Just follow whatever awareness comes up, even if it seems silly or weird or different. Let's be fantastical about it. Let's do all of the seen and unseen and have the fantastic with all of us today and our bodies. Yes, yes, yes. And let it keep flowing up, front and back, up our abdomens and our backs, up our chest, up our neck, on all sides. It's almost like this, like, whoo. Have you ever had a neck hug where someone kind of holds your neck like this, but there's not this squeezing? It's just tender. It's like that. What if you could be that tenderness for yourself and your body today? And then continue to have that energy flow upward over the front of your face and the back of your head and all the way up the top of your head. All right, and with this, let's notice if we have any place where we're kind of stuck, where we have any heaviness, and increase the energy there and increase how much energy is flowing in those places, and then continue to let it flow from the earth through our feet, through our body, and out the top of our head, and again and again and again. And then also have that energy now reverse it and have it flow back to the earth from our heads, above our heads, through our heads and faces and back of our head and neck, through the chest and back. There we go. At whatever speed works for you and your body, and breathe. And breathe. And breathe. And breathe. And keep letting it flow down your legs, down the knees, down the shins and calves, to the feet, to the toes, and into the earth. Now we're going to go a little bit faster now. So we're going to actually have this flowing up and down faster and faster and seeing what that creates, okay? All right. and pulling it up through the earth, through our body, out the top of our heads, and then flowing it into our heads, through our bodies, down into the earth, and breathe and breathe and breathe, and let it come up through the earth, and let it swirl on our calves and shins, let it swirl around our knees, let it swirl around our thighs and hamstrings, let it swirl around our hips and pelvic bones and pubic bones, let it swirl around our back and abdomen, let it swirl around our chest and upper back, let it swirl around our neck and back of our neck, let it swirl around our face and back of our head, let it swirl above our head here, and then let it go all the way back down, 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 down into the earth. So we get to actually have a contribution to the earth as we're receiving from the earth. Contribution is gifting and receiving. So we're letting it flow up and down and up and down and up and down. And notice how much more energy you have. Are you a little bit more alert? Are you a little bit more present? Are you noticing that maybe some of the aches and pains that you had in your body before doing this have dissipated? What has dissipated? Is any of that heaviness gone now? And just because you notice that it's gone doesn't mean you have to call it back in. No need to do that, all right? So now let's turn our bodies on even more. So what is turn on for you? And is that kind of what has already been showing up with these energy flows? And if it's something different, let's actually do that and actually have the energy of turn on in whatever way is fantastically true for you, and turn on every bit of your body from your toes and your ankles and your feet to your shins and your calves, your knees, and breathe, and your legs, your calves. Interesting, calves are really popping up more and more and more. Interesting. And hamstrings and quads and hips, your pelvic bone. Yeah, any part of your genitals. It doesn't matter. Let's go and keep moving it upwards. Abdomen. Yes, what if none of it was any significance? What if you could actually have a turn on throughout your whole body and not just any one part? Yes. Okay, and up and up and up to your face, and turn your face on. Let it vibrate, let it shine out. And the back of your head as well, and out the top of your head. And then now go ahead and pick up that piece of paper or anywhere that you wrote down the area of your life that you'd like to play with this energy. And let's say it's business. Okay, business, what are you asking for today? Okay, maybe it's kids. Okay, kids, what are you asking for today? How can these energies contribute to that? Okay, money. What is possible with that today? Okay, body. What is possible with that today? Yeah, yeah. All right. Woo, woo. All right. And there's a lot possible with bodies today. And health and relationships, whatever that is. Go ahead and let us know what area you chose here in the chat and what showed up for you, what awareness came up. And it could be something that you would never have thought of, that you're like, wow, that's weird. Yeah, what if it's weird? What if it's what's weird and different is what's actually going to get you to have the lit up living, the exuberantly you, the fantastical creature being awesomeness of life and living that is you, and that always has been, that you might have shut down, turned off, blocked, been like la 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 la. And if you'd like to be la 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 again, that's fine, but this is one of the tools of how you can do that, how you can do something different, how you can actually be more fantastically you. And so if you have any questions, go ahead and let me know. Hopefully you had fun with this exercise today. We'll have another video next week, same day, maybe not the same time, we'll see. And we'll go from there. Thanks so much for playing. Thanks so much for being fantastically you today. And have a lovely, lovely day. Bye.